I'm up. We're up. Welcome to Chiefs Kingdom. We are here. It is preseason game number 1, and Ryan and I are here to talk a little bit during halftime about this preseason game number 1 and what we saw in the first quarter and the second quarter. So hope you are enjoying the game so far. And Ryan was in the middle of having a little bit of an internet issue, so sorry about that, sir. We're doing this live. We're trying to help it. We're trying to just get some stuff out there. So it is what it is.
Yes. Hey, welcome to the first preseason game. Things look the way that they look because they are the way that they are. Not exactly perfect. That's a nice way to put it. But I think through a first half, you got the starters out there, no serious injuries. Travis Patrick done early. Thank everything that you can thank. Because I was concerned that they were going to push their luck a little bit. Happy to see those guys get out. But move the ball, I think, with the first unit just fine. Looked rusty as you would in a first preseason game. The O-line missed a couple of things, but I think they're in pretty good shape just from first glance.
I'm amazed. We're almost a minute and a half into this already, and Ryan has not brought up the fact that Mike Burton was on the field for, it seemed like, every snap with the first string unit.
You mean the X Factor offensive weapon, Mike Burton? Yes, I was letting you bring it up.
The one that got the one that got the first catch of the preseason, which I never would have bet on with our friends over at BetOnline. Never would have guessed that. And yeah, he ended up getting 2 touches in the first 4 plays. So there you go.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good way to start it. Now, again, I'm as excited as anybody to see that's the way that it begins. But you got to remember, this is Andy Reid preseason football. Just because you come out in the eye for like the dominant portion of the first drive doesn't mean we're going to see that come week 1 or anything afterwards. But enjoy it while you got it. I think Mike and I are both pretty happy.
I have to ask this question. Did this really happen? Because I wasn't able to catch the touchdown, the second quarter touchdown. I was trying to get this set up. Did Justin Reed really kick the extra point?
I did not see that part. As soon as Justin Watson caught it, I walked out of the room to come talk to you. So
okay, well, somebody's saying that Reed kicked the extra point. That is awesome. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that. We will have more for you guys, but we wanted to get this out there. It's a little bit different with the preseason game. We will not be doing this during season, so just want to make sure you know that. But it is preseason, and most people are probably going to be done watching after the first half. We will not be, and we'll have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for the rookie class, you got to be happy with where they're at. Trent McDuffie looked fine. Didn't really dig him returning punts, but they wanted to try it out. I have a feeling they're probably going to go away from that. I thought Sky looked much better at it. Good for him. Karlaftis started off a little bit slow, but I felt like through the first half, you could visually see that jump that the rookies usually make, like getting used to the tempo of the NFL against an opponent. And I was really happy to see that. He got better as the half went on, and I think he timed up his get-off much better, and I think he was able to change his pad level. And again, you guys have heard me say he's got a great first step once he's comfortable. And if he can change his pad level, that's going to give him enough to dip, rip, swim, and get around some of the tackles. He had a good day against the backups. Just need to see it continue.
Yeah, and you saw his relentless pressure got him a sack. So I will say it's really weird to be cheering for number 56 like we're going to be for the next couple of seasons on this roster, at least since DJ left anyway. But I thought Karlaftis looked good. I liked what I saw from him. He will definitely be adding to that pass rush mix. I'm looking forward to that. And the other thing that we have to remember in all of this is a lot. All these rookies and first-year players, and I say first-year players because they probably didn't get a lot of time last year. This is like their first NFL competition where they're actually going up against guys from another team, getting into a game, because game reps are always faster than practice reps. It's just the way the NFL works.
Yep, it's a bump. Regular season becomes another bump. Postseason becomes another bump. It's just getting used to that process. And one guy that I thought stood out in the first half, there at the end, was Sky Moore. You saw him on the jet sweep early. That looked fine. They got him another touch, but it was that toe drag, keep it in bounds, sideline catch. It looked like he's been in the league for 3 years. Like the awareness, checked with the side judge immediately, like a very heady play from a rookie player that I think we're going to see a lot more of. But it was nice to see him not just get the gadget type stuff and just get that sideline catch under his belt.
Yeah, and I think that Sky Moore is going to have a big part in this offense. It may not be the snaps that you're going to see from the other guys, but it's going to be a big contribution to this offense regardless. I liked what I saw. MVS I thought looked good. Didn't really see much from Juju. Like seeing Blake Bell get the Travis Kelce special type touchdown in the first from Patrick Mahomes. So enjoyed seeing that.
let's be happy the screens are back. Like I think that is indicative of what we're going to see in the regular season. So I am really happy about that.
And we've gotten all the way into this, and we haven't talked about Pacheco at all. Like, I understand he didn't do anything that was that exciting, but to see him getting the reps with the ones, to see him being able to do what he did do, I think it's weird seeing him because he looks almost like a similar Tyreek Hill type with the body. So that's
I don't see that at all. Everybody keeps saying that. I don't see it.
I see it, at least with the body. I'm not saying, obviously he's got longer hair and all that. I get that. But him in that uniform, it reminded me of Hill so much just because of his body type. But just seeing him get the snaps with the ones, and then Ronald Jones didn't get any snaps with the ones.
Yeah.
That tells you there's a clear delineation from those two. And that is going to call into question what Jones is going to be able to do in a Chiefs uniform, if he's even going to make it to the regular season.
Yeah, possibly. It also was him running behind an offensive line that is atrocious. I got to tell you, the Chiefs are in trouble. Their top 5 offensive linemen need to play because the second unit looks poorer than it did last season. That is.
I'm not talking about Jones not playing well because of that. I'm talking about him being squarely with the twos and not getting a single run against with the ones.
Yeah, it's week 1. I'm not convinced that actually means anything. I thought Pacheco did the best thing for himself is to not do anything bad. And so that I think will keep him there. If he had, then I think you can just say they're waiting for the vet to play with the vet. But I'm concerned at this point about the backup tackles. I'm concerned we didn't see Kennard yet. And that's what I'm looking for in the second half. Like I need to see somebody take a step forward at tackle in case there's any kind of injury this season.
Yeah, no, and I think that would be a good thing. I am going to have to go back and watch that. I didn't get to watch a lot of the second half. I was having camera issues trying to get this set up for us to be able to do. So I will be having a lot more, and I'm going to actually rewatch the game later this afternoon as well. So if you're following me on Chiefs Corner, you will see a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing in that a little bit later. But, I was impressed with what I saw from Karlaftis. I liked what I saw from Sky Moore. I liked what I saw from the Chiefs rookies overall. I do think that it is kind of surprising we didn't see Kennard. I want to go back and I want to watch the tackles because that is going to be definitely a key going forward because you have questions about injuries, how that's going to play out for the Chiefs offensive line. Wiley, I thought looked pretty good for what I saw in the first quarter.
Yeah, he did not stand out to me in a negative way at all. He's not in my notes, and that's a good thing. I have a ton of notes, folks. We're going to go over them tomorrow night for the Sunday evening / Monday show that will be out on our normal time. So thanks for checking this out as we are at our time for a halftime show that is getting shorter and shorter every year for the NFL. But hey, we wanted to try something new. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you would click the like and the sub and the bell after you see this, we would very much appreciate it.
Thank you for listening, and we will be back tomorrow with more to break down game 1 of the preseason for the Chiefs versus the Bears.